Well, I actually had been invited to a concert with Daniel Doss. Yeah, his band had come to the area, and that's actually the first experience that I'd ever had with Christian rock.
Well, my wife and I were on the way to another church actually, and we're running late. And we saw these signs like every 2-3 blocks, and I was like, we should turn around and go to Gracepoint. Those signs are everywhere. That place must be awesome.
From the minute you walk into the door, you feel enthusiasm, the energy.
They really don't care really what you look like when you enter into the door.
And they start off every Sunday with like the band playing 2 or 3 songs, and that's how they end it. And that's just like, that really caught my attention because it's nothing like I've ever experienced before.
You can just tell that the worship leader, Daniel Doss's heart is really, right in the right place when he worships.
This is a completely different way that I've ever worshiped before. I've never worshiped in this manner. It's very uplifting, and like I say, I'm energetic and excited, and I love it.
And this is the first time that I felt enthusiastic that I could actually participate in the music, and it was like a rejoicing instead of actually just waiting for someone to kind of conduct you in the right direction.
Because I even gave one of my friends the CD, and she called me back and she said, I listened to Just As I Am, and she goes, I was just in tears. And she said, I really want to go on Sunday.
Everybody they're very close. Just when you first start, I mean, it's just like you meet no strangers.
I love everybody. I mean, it gives you energy. It's just the energy that you go through the week and you think about.
The people at Gracepoint are just excited to be there. You can see it on their faces, you can hear it in their voices.
Well, used to when I did go to church, it took a lot to stay awake. And when you're in binge church, never fall asleep. You're afraid you might miss something.
Everybody loves him. It's just the messages that he comes across and the ways he tells it and the sermons that he gives.
Everyone loves him.
10-year-olds that go in there and sit down, or 60-year-olds that go in there and sit down. I don't see them bored. I don't see them messing around on their phones or anything else. Their attention is constantly on the message.
So when he walked up on stage, I had to take a double take, like, is this the pastor? Because so many places you go, they got that pastor that's dressed up, that looks like he's super prestigious.
Somebody you could watch a football game with on Sunday, but he seems to know the Bible really well too.
Ben really uses the Bible a lot, and he makes a lot of references to the Bible. And before, I didn't know anything about it, and he just makes it to where you really want to read it.
And you want to come back and you want to see what's going to happen the next week.
And I have to say that this is probably the most excited I've been about going to church in a long time.
By the middle of the church, my wife and I were looking at each other and like, this is it. It's like we weren't even there the whole church service.
Before Gracepoint, I never really enjoyed going to church, but after Gracepoint, it just makes me want to go.
It's funny, my husband and I were talking about how we come to church and we actually want to go to church.
I mean, I think that a lot of times you go through the motions that you believe in God and that He's the #1 thing in your life, but I think that Gracepoint actually wants to show you how that you can bring it into your daily life.